Ladies and gentlemen, I extend warm welcome to all of you, even the panel members, for attending this very interesting panel discussion on upskilling and reskilling. You know, the only difference between the leader and follower is innovation. And innovation you can practice by upskilling and reskilling. These are the first steps. You need not commit a new idea as such straight away. But when you do something, when you are doing something, how best I can do this with the help of emerging technologies? How best I can improve my engagement level? How best I can contribute better? How can I add by delta productivity? Of course, increase in productivity by delta means your profitability increases, your visibility increases. Particularly, if you're a student, your competitive edge increases. If you're an organization, well, as a team, as a whole, you improve and you emerge successful. So this is not simply for students. Let me tell you very clearly, this is equally relevant for industries also, for organizations also. Upskilling and reskilling. Upskilling and reskilling is the responsibility of the organizations, employers, and if it is a university like this, it is responsibility of the departments, university or department. They will hold this type of conferences, workshops, internships, the national conferences, international conferences. What for? Only for the purpose of bringing you to higher level of thinking, to a different level of thinking. The practices, the perspectives, the observations. You have to think from different perspectives. Noble thoughts come from all sides. Noble thoughts come from all sides. And you have to improve, and responsibility of improving yourself squarely rests on you. Whether you are into manufacturing or service industry, or you are studying technology course related courses, other than technology related courses, you have to upgrade yourself, you have to upskill yourself, you have to reskill yourself. And there's a big gap. Everybody knows that there's a big gap between the university and industry. Industry expectations are different. University deliverables are different. Now, where they are going to be, there are a number of institutions that are coming up for finishing schools. That's another concept. Finishing schools. They help you to reskill and upskill. In fact, if you are alert, you don't require any finishing school. Right from the day one you join the college, you have to be necessarily equipped with studying not only your subject related textbooks, also you have to see the journals, the publications, newspapers, and industry advancements. If you do this, you don't require any finishing school as such. Right from the day one you pass out the college, you will be a hot cake. Now, these are my, I'm an academician all through. My name is Dr. Arya Sri. I retired as a director for School of Management Studies, and after retirement, I retired 10 years ago, and today I'm a management consultant. And we try to offer solutions for problems suffered by the institutions and industry or academic institutions. For example, if university like JNTU wants us to have introduce a paperless system, we can do that. If you have 1 lakh emails coming every day, how to answer this? We'll give you a digital bot. Technology related, technology leveled, technology powered. So I will be getting a lot of time for talking to you in due course, but I'm here to get benefited out of the expertise we have from these panel members. We have with us very illustrious members. Abdul Hakim. Abdul Hakim is senior HR business partner from Experian. Welcome, Abdul. And Ramesh sir, Professor Bomadev Ramesh, he is PhD in finance. He has been into academics all through, and he has also been well connected with industry. He had long innings from Goa University. And sir, welcome, sir. And we have an industry stalwart from DCM, Sriram Bioseeds, Head HR India, Sri Ranganath sir. They are experts, and they are, you name it, whenever I have an issue, I reach them. And they are the solution providers for me. So what I wish to mention to you is, every word they speak is very, very valuable to me. And so to students and academicians. Now, I would like to request Ranganath sir to introduce himself for a minute.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for inviting me for this August gathering. My name is Ranganath. People call me Ranga. So I have been diverse industry experience post my MBA HR. I started working with Asian Paints and then Coca-Cola. Asian Paints is a manufacturing, Coca-Cola is FMCG. And after spending again 9 years in manufacturing, I don't want to become a manufacturing HR IR guy. Then I moved into Aditya Birla Group company, which is Idea Cellular, which is service industry, telecom industry. I spent around 8 years in telecom, and after that I thought, let me see the engineering industry. So then I moved into Signode India Limited, is the engineering industry. I've been there for 4 years. Now currently I'm working with Shriram Bioseed, which is agriculture industry, where we're all eating every day in, day out, like vegetables. We manufacture vegetables, corn, cotton, paddy, everything. So that's what about my industry experience. Let us see how best we can share our insights with all of you, learning and sharing. Thank you very much.
So perishable to engineering. See the canvas. See the ecosystem he has covered. This is what is required. He never thought, they have a lot of learning too. This is one example of skilling and upskilling, reskilling. Now, Abdul Hakim sir, can I request you to?
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdul Hakim. I am currently associated with a company called Expo as a senior HR business partner. So basically, I've done my MBA HR from Uspania University, and I've started my career as a talent acquisition professional. So I've been into talent acquisition for close to 17 years. And very recently, I've got an opportunity internally, so I've thought I'll look at the other side of the HR. So I'm associated as HR business partnering. So if you really look at, this is more relevant for me because I'm learning new things now. So when I took up this new role, lot of things I need to unlearn and then learn again, right? So I think very been tough, but yeah, always relearning is important in life. So I believe every stage of life, learning is one thing we'll have to continue. And when I was in talent acquisition, I very frequently used to take care of the campus also. So I've been to JNTU also once or twice in I think 2017 or 18 for campus hiring. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here again. We'll interact. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Arashi, for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. And I'm Professor Ramesh, who have been in the teaching profession for the last 40 years. I worked in Goa University as foreign faculty member in commerce and management for 35 years. Earlier to that, I worked in Northeastern region of Mizoram, Assam, Manipur universities, all through in my academic profession. So altogether 40 years. And when I got superannuated from Goa University at the age of 62, in 21, I came back to my own place, Hyderabad, and settled here.
And then I also happen to be the past president of Indian Accounting Association, also past president of Indian Commerce Association, and also actually at present I am closely working with AIMS, which my colleague has briefly mentioned in the beginning, that Association of Indian Management Schools, as the board member for the last 8 years. And I'm glad to share with you news today. I've been given additional charge to act as CEO of APMA, All India Test for Management Examination, which is the wing of AIMS. So I have taken charge just today before coming here. So very glad to share that information. And this is a enormous responsibility on me to create the skills, because this has come very aptly on this occasion where we are talking about upskilling the students, especially the management and technology students. So this is where exactly I need to face a lot of challenges and need to interact with a lot of institutions all over the country. So thank you very much, and we will look forward for a fruitful discussion now on the themes going to be announced by Professor Adeshi. Thank you.
Heart of our discussion, upskilling and reskilling. Now, to what extent we are getting an opportunity in our day-to-day life when you are in the university, and what are the gaps here? In fact, like COVID has come and put all us ahead of others in terms of technology. Earlier, we were not aware of Zoom, we were not aware of Google Teams, etc. Today, we are Google Meet, etc. Today, we are much ahead of anybody else. Similarly, in my opinion, we need to have a tsunami-like thing which can bring all of us ahead of others, particularly in reskilling and upskilling. The only way is every semester we study in the university, in a study every semester gap, we should have an opportunity to have either virtual or physical internship with an organization around us. In our, if you are in the village, it can be in village also. It can be an opportunity for internship. But before I give more thoughts on this, I would like to invite our members to share their opinion. My question is, sir, I want upskilling and reskilling on a very massive scale. Massive scale in the sense nobody can escape. Because I find only this is the opportunity, this is the only way of, remaining competitive, engaged, and show your real strength to the interviewer. And also what I have learned, based on what I have, my earlier learning is, recognizing prior learning, this is the concept. Even if you have some knowledge of maintaining accounts in your father's business, that also should be given some weightage. That's what our new education policy says. Recognize the prior learning of the student or the candidate. So my question is, how we can think of bringing every student at all school levels, at all levels. I'm not referring to only engineering. I'm referring to him from 7th class onwards, for example. We want them to show in a certificate that, yes, I had 1 week time, and this 1 week time I did this particular task which helped me to learn better. That's it. If it is a college level, he will speak different. If it's 7th class boy, he will speak different. But let me tell you, so at school level, children are speaking much more meaningful than the college level students. So these are my thoughts. Now I want any of you to respond.
Yeah, I just want to share my perspective. You all know that the world of business has seen 3 generations. Just 3 generations. What are the 3 generations? One is that industrial revolution. Okay. At the time of industrial revolution, maybe if you can go and check with your fathers or grandfathers, they might have started their job with one company, retired from the same company. Do you agree? I think most of the people, even you take my father's experience, he started with, he's a cost accountant, he started with a public sector company, Dredging Corporation of India, 45 years he served, he retired from the same company. Why like that? Because that time we are doing the job for the purpose of what? Survival. You all agree? We are doing the job at the time of survival. Roti, kapada, makan, food, shelter, clothing. These are the three things that are only motto for the at the time of generation. That is called industrial revolution. Maybe now the second revolution, what is called information revolution. Maybe I can relate myself in that revolution. So that's the reason you might have seen I moved 6 companies. Why like that? Because aspirations. I want to live a standard of life. I'm not working for the survival. I'm working for the standard of life. By age of 30 years, buying a car. By age of 35 years, buying a house. So these are the kind of aspirations we all have. The third generation, which is your generation, maybe the most of the students who are all here, okay? What is the generation today? The digital generation, the social generation. So in this generation, are you people are working for survival? I don't think so. You are not bothered about survival. Are you looking for the standard quality of life? No, not at all. You are looking for the standard of life. What is the standard of life? You don't want to work even 8 hours in the organizations also. So that's why we call gig workers. They want multiple projects. Their aspirations, their ambitions, absolutely different from the industry revolution to information revolution and the digital revolution. So what are all things happening? That is called the skilling and reskilling, upskilling. So I don't want to talk about any technology. You need to learn this technology. You need to learn that technology because yesterday's technology, today's obsolete. You all know that yesterday's newspaper is today's best paper. By having said that, today we're having a lot of buzzwords like IoT, Internet of Things, machine learning, and nowadays generative AI, chat GPT. There are so many things are coming up. So by having said that, every day keep changing, industry is changing, expectation changing, technology is changing. So by having all these things, I would say only some of the skill sets which all we require, including me also. That is called adaptive skill sets. I'm repeating again, the adaptive skill set. I'll share about the 7 key adaptive skill sets in today's world. What are the 7 adaptive skills? One is that, I just made a note because I don't want to forget, communication. See, communication means how grammatically you are speaking. Communication means the ability to convey the message. Whether you speak in a Telugu, Hindi, English, I think Mr. Krish said, how many people are know Telugu? Because conveying the message is most important than how grammatically I am speaking. Okay? That's the most phobia in the younger generation. Whether can I speak in English or not? Because when we do the campus interviews, they feel very nervous. The moment I ask them why you are nervous, sir, I am very poor in communication. But they score 90%. They are a gold medalist. They are a silver medalist. See the gap. The number 1 is the communication. How we are ability to communicate. That's most important. The second approach is that the problem solving. See, today industries are looking for the problem solving approach. I don't want your academics 80%, 90% or gold medal, silver medal. I'll give one anecdote here. The mere qualification, I'm repeating again, the mere qualification or grade and grades are just like a pizza base. Would you like to eat pizza base without any toppings?
No.
I don't think so. You don't want a pizza base. Whether a Domino pizza base or any other pizza base, you don't want to eat it. But when do you want to eat? You have your toppings. You have toppings like oregano, capsicum, red capsicum, chili. Then you want to eat. So like that today, industry need those kind of adaptive skills. Am I having this kind of adaptive skills? Which we need to think about it. So that's the reason the problem solving approach is the most important skill which we need to adopt. See, why I said adaptive skills? Adaptive skills by reading books you don't get. By reading internet you don't get. When you get, you try to demonstrate. I'm repeating again. When you try to demonstrate, you try to get this kind of adaptive skills. The third, which is the most important skill, adaptability. I think we all know that how adaptable we are 2 years back. I think President COVID, we all faced the 2020, 2021. The adaptability most important because if you are not adaptable, see today industries keep changing their structures, keep changing the technology. You can't say that I only .NET. I only know .NET, I only know in a programming language. Then you will be out. So adaptability mindset is the most important. How will you practice? You need to keep practicing that. The third one is the collaboration, which is again most important skill, guys. Collaboration, why I am telling you, if you see any industry, irrespective of manufacturing, IT, ITS, telecom, insurance, any company, there are 4 generations people are working. What are the 4 generations? Grey-haired people, that is people have more than 20 years of experience, Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Y, and millennials. Now again, millennials also coming into the picture. So when you want to work with 4 generations, you need to have the collaboration as one of the skill. You see, as an individual, you can do a lot of things, but when you work with a team, you will be missed out. So collaboration approach is most important. The 4th one is the emotional intelligence. I'm again repeating, emotional intelligence. What is it, emotional intelligence? You need to understand how other person's emotions. You cannot work on only your emotions. Understanding other people's emotions, work in organization is one of the most important aspects. I don't know how many universities, how many academies are telling about these kind of skills, but emotional skills which are very important, because if you're not able to demonstrate emotional skills, you being a manager, you'll be not fit for the role. Okay? The 3rd one is that decision making. Of course, decision making also is one of the skill sets which you need to adopt. And finally, last but not least, the resilience. Resilience means what? Setback to come back. We all know that COVID, how much of problems we faced. Are we not come back today? So setback to come back. See, when you are working in an organization, you face a lot of challenges. See, every time you can't be a high performer. For example, all 20 years, am I a high performer? I don't think so. Sometimes I'm mediocre performer, sometimes exceptional, sometimes outstanding. So, but my job is how I need to cope up those kind of non-performance and come back to the regular stream. So I think these are the skill set, I would say, that which are very, very more relevant, whether you are engineering graduate or a management graduate or a doctor, MBBS, IT, ITS, manufacturing, you name it, any professional. As an individual, you need to adopt these kind of skills to uplift your both personal and professional life. That's what I would say.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Ramesh, sir.
I need to share very swiftly about few thoughts about qualities of a student. If you go by the directives given by university recently in terms of developing development plan for institutions, so they have given certain guidelines, and this is part and parcel of the NEP 2020. So they have more explicit now in terms of these guidelines. Every institution is a separate and exclusive institution, because there cannot be common guidelines for all the institutions. Every institution has to develop its own development plan, and the plan is not a document, it's a plan to be executed, to be implemented, and to be evaluated, and to be put for the test. So that's how the university has drawn the plan. And they have mentioned the 2 important aspects of that particular development plan. And one aspect of that plan is in terms of social relevance. And the second one is academic excellence, social excellence and academic excellence. And this should be part and parcel of our new academic programs, irrespective of whether you are pursuing management, engineering, or humanities, or whatever it is. So all higher education institutions have to draw this kind of academic development plan for each discipline. And at the same time, the focus will not be ignored in terms of interdisciplinary focus. So this is what is expected. What do you mean by social relevance? And because this is important when we are talking about the skills that need to be taught, it is not only your professional skills. You need to be socially relevant in the society where you are part and parcel of it. And you cannot be an exception to the society, living out of the society. You are a part and parcel of the society with all your skills, intelligence, and everything. So therefore, the first part of skill is social skills. You need to learn how to make contribution to the society with your knowledge. How you are going to be relevant to the society. What is your contribution to the society, your local area, your village, or your town, or your state, or your country? And that is what makes sense, social relevance, which many of us are ignoring. What Ratan Tata has said, I remember his statement, when he started his career, Ratan Tata in India. He said that most of the people are flocking to various advanced countries. Most of the engineering students and highly professional students from India to advanced countries for want of flourished career there. And when they were asked the question by Ratan Tata when he addressed the students abroad, what made you to come out of India to be here, looking for green patches here? And all of them have said that we don't have opportunities to flourish in India. And we have all the opportunities here. And to that, he said that I have started my career in India as a youngster. And then my boss told me when I asked that this is one of the important innovations that we can contribute to our automobile sector. His boss, Ratan Tata boss at that time when he was a youngster, he told him that you need to struggle for 5 years and then take up your sleeves up and then try to learn the tricks of the business and then come forward with the ideas. So don't open your mouth till you gain experience of opening your new ideas. And now Ratan Tata says, he says, now that was the past. Now you need to come with ideas at the age of 20, irrespective of whether you have experience or don't have experience. And that's what exactly we are talking about, internships. The youngsters at the age, now we are in the new age with technological developments and digitalization. The students, you understand your words are more intelligent than yourself in operating your computer system or mobiles or adapting to various apps. So how they are adapting to that. So keeping this in mind, so you need to accept the relevance of modern age students. So it doesn't matter, you don't require 5 years experience. At the age of 20, you can be a good innovator. And this is what Ratan Tata has said in one of the recent interactions with the students at one of the university convocations. So I repeat this same thing for you. So innovation is nothing that it has to come out of your struggle for years together. It's an innovative idea that comes as part and parcel of your curriculum. Now, again coming back to the second version of the new academic curriculum of UJC, the second one is academic excellence, apart from social excellence. Academic excellence involves in terms of your research, innovation, and your contribution to the knowledge, contribution to the theory, and contribution to new evolution of the various innovations. So these are the two coins of the building of academic development plans in higher educational institutions. So this has to be borne in the mind by all the academic institutions. Now, coming back to the various skills that are required, and I remember RSD has not mentioned one question, though he has shared with us in our WhatsApp, that when we are living in the age of 4.0, industry revolution are now aspiring to be 5.0, with the new age technologies like AI and machine learning, business analytics that are coming up, are we still relevant in terms of skilling, upskilling? I hope, Arisri, you have raised that question.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and now I wanted to answer on that. Yes, it is still relevant because even in industry 4.0, 5.0, whatever the technology that comes, that will never replace the human mind, human intelligence. Remember that AI and machine learning can never overtake human intelligence. If it overtakes human intelligence, that would spell the doom for the existence of human being itself. As we are already existing, we are seeing the consequences of that. Because after all, the creator of AI and ML is a human being. So therefore, the creator, who is the human being, cannot be overtaken by these technologies. So therefore, and that's one aspect of that. Then what is more relevant?
Ramesh sir.
And excuse us. Thank you and huge round of applause for everyone on the panel.